Good evening and welcome back. And it is a beautiful evening as we're looking down the bay. And we are having a hard time finding a cloud. Temperatures are running a little bit cooler than average. We're already down to the lower 70s in many areas. What this means is that once we lose the light of the day, which we're expected to before 8 p.m., temperatures are going to drop off pretty quickly. So we're going to find ourselves in the 60s, I'd say within an hour or two after sunset. So if you're coming into the city for waterfire, you might want to bring in along an extra layer, a light layer like a cardigan or a hoodie, if you may get a little chilly. Been tracking the dew points lately, and they are in the lower 60s, but you didn't really notice a big increase in humidity. But once we get into the second half of tomorrow, these are expected to change. So we've been doing this real awesome comfy stretch, and that will take us from today into tonight. But once we get into the second half of Sunday, we're going to start to see those dew points begin to spike, and it will start to become muggy, particularly on Monday, and then we hit midweek and we start to approach some oppressive type humidity that we're going to hang on right on through the end of the week. So we have a very summery week headed our way. I hope you have a chance to enjoy this weekend because this is about as perfect as it gets. With high pressure in charge, it's hard to find a cloud locally. You have to go up to northern New England to pick up a couple up there. And our upcoming weather pattern includes a couple of interesting things that aren't here. We have the full moon, which of course is out. It's the moon. The August full moon is tonight. It's known as the sturgeon moon. We are watching the tropics. We have not one but two areas of potential tropical development. And again, we've got a hot, humid week that we are prepping for. So let's start with the moon. The full sturgeon moon, it actually was at its peak illumination early this morning, but tonight it is going to look beautiful out here. It's currently, now it's beginning to wane. So a waning gibbous, if you will. But yeah, a full moon, it's going to be beautiful, especially when you have the water fire going on. So starting off tomorrow, we're going to see these temperatures drop off from the 70s into the 60s through the overnight. Again, if you're going to be out this evening, look for temperatures to drop into the 60s fairly quickly. And tomorrow we're going to start with temps closer to 60 degrees. From there, we're going to build in some heat. It is going to be a much warmer day in the interior with temperatures getting closer to 90. We'll be about 75 to 80 at the beaches. And Monday, we're looking at a decent amount of sunshine, temperatures starting warmer in the 60s. And as we go through the day, we'll likely meet our top 90 in the interior. And temperatures continue to climb from there. We should get even warmer as we go to Tuesday and Wednesday, thanks to a little warm front that's going to be swinging on through. Speaking of, we've got the tropics. We have this area of low pressure and this area of low pressure. We're watching them both for the potential of tropical development. This one here has a 20% chance of tropical development and is expected to head off in that direction. Meanwhile, this guy down here has a higher 50% chance of development over the course of the next 7 days and has the chance running basically due west. So we're going to be watching them both very carefully. And by the way, we did have Dexter last weekend. Next name on the list is Aaron, for those of us who keep track of these things at home. You know who you are. For tonight, mostly clear, 60 degrees for your overnight low. For tomorrow, sunny, warm, becoming muggy, temperatures topping out close to 90 degrees. If you want to take it to the beach, it's looking for you. We're expecting temperatures to be in the upper 70s. Don't forget your sunblock, though. Our UV index is going to be sky high. We're looking at temps that should do at least 3 days in the lower 90s this week. So we're looking at a third heat wave of the summer. And we are looking at a little bit more cloudiness for Thursday. That's a cool front that's going to gradually drop temperatures as we finish out the work week.